Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2025, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence, and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030, and Viksit Bharat at 2047. As part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute, Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
So, with the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are celebrating International Geo-Catching Day that takes place every third Sunday in August 16 this year. It's a day full of enjoyable outdoor activities. Today, people of all ages gather to commemorate the placement and discovery of geocaches all across the world. Every year, new people join the activity since the quest for geocaches is always a lot of fun, and there's no telling what kind of surprise you will get when you will find a geocache. Geocaching is a modern iteration of the older treasure hunt called letterbox. Clues are planted in various locations leading up to the letterboxes. Mostly there's a notebook in the box waiting to be stamped by the finders, and there's also an integral part of geocaching whereby a logbook is signed by those who find the cache. Geocaching is born as a result of general's public access to GPS. Dave Ulmer planted the first geocache on May 3rd, 2000. The catch, according to the Ulmer, was a black plastic bucket filled with software, DVDs, books, money, a can of beans, and a slingshot. So, with millions of geocaches hidden across the 7 continents, the hobby was exploded in popularity. Geocaches have been found over 600 million times since their beginning in 2000. Hundreds of organizations have gathered behind geocaching activities, creating thousands of events everywhere. And on International Geocaching Day, these events reach a peak as more people get an insight into the game. No matter where you are in the world, you can log on to the websites that have geocaching listings. Then you can begin the hunt using your GPS device. The number of objects that can be located within the geocache is limitless. The most significant component is usually a logbook, which is kept in a waterproof container. It is here that folks sign to show that they have truly discovered that the treasure. Also, the box could contain sentimental objects that the finder can keep but must ethically replace with something of comparable worth. Today is also commemorated as International Homeless Animals Day, which falls on every third Saturday in August, which will be August 6th in this year, and is honored with events and increasing participation every year. The International Society for Animal Rights introduced the day to spread awareness about pet overpopulation and has done meaningful work since, including saving the lives of millions of animals. The histories of animal rights and shelters have long been intertwined. It was in the 1870s that animal protection began to see the lives of children and animals as similarly vulnerable and in the need of protection. And SPCAs and anti-cruelty laws began to be established. Though animals were defined as property, cruelty was still an offense. The 20th century saw increased protection given to the house pets such as dogs and cats, while animals that were slaughtered or working animals still received little to no protections. Dogs and cats received even more attention from the social justice movements of the 1960s and 1970s when animal welfare groups like the ASPCA focused heavily on adoption, fostering, and prevention of animal suffering. These same goals and guiding values remain prominent in animal shelters and animal rights groups today as people continuously fight for better legal and physical protections for our furry friends. In 1986, the passage of Georgia Animal Protection Act provided for licensing of kennels, animal shelters, pet stores, and stables, and was the first legislation to demand a minimum standard of care for animals housed in these facilities. This was a huge win for animal rights groups. Another provision and act respectfully that expanded animal rights was the Humane Euthanasia Act of 1990 and the Animal Rights Act of 2000. Though there is no government organization in the United States to oversee animal shelter regulation nationally, there are approximately 5,000 independently operated animal shelters in the nation. Most of these shelters changed their focus in the 1990s, shifting from being temporary animal repositories to proactively helping control the homeless pet population and promoting pet adoption. Shelters often respond to cat overpopulation while volunteers to conduct TNR programs in which they trap, neuter, and return cats to where they are found. This greatly reduces both overpopulation and burden on the shelters. In 1992, the International Society for Animal Rights conceived International Homeless Animals Day, in short known as IHAD, which was only grown in popularity by the year. ISAR offers events from dog walks to adopt-a-thons to animal blessings on IHAD, and many volunteers participate. Today and every day, we can all be voice for homeless animals and help mitigate their suffering. Today is also commemorated as World Honeybee Day, which is celebrated every third Saturday in August. It is a day that reminds us of the beauty and value of bees. There are 20,000 different species of bees all around the world. It's time to celebrate the importance of bees in our world. It also helps create an awareness of the dangers that honeybees face with suggested ways of solving the problem. The first World Honeybee Day was held in 2009 and it was since grown in popularity. This day is intended to promote beekeeping, but it also exposes a lot about honeybees. Honey's sweetness is often celebrated during the season. It is used in some of the most delectable dishes found around the world. Honey was a worldwide appeal and is frequently used as a metaphor for fruitfulness in literature. Since the earliest civilizations, honey has been used as a sweetener for all sorts of food. Though the method of collecting honey was sometimes painful, the people still happily took the risk. The importance of honey was not limited to edibility alone. It has been used as a preservative and for treating certain ailments. The benefits of honey quickly sparked the desire for beekeeping since the Egyptian civilization. The method and upkeep improved as the time went on. After a comb harvest, a man named Lorenzo Longstrot discovered a way to keep the hive going. Bees were discovered to have a significant role in pollination because pollination is so crucial to us. This has drawn a lot of attention to the role of bees. World Honeybee Day is a holiday dedicated to raising awareness about the bees' numerous advantages. It's a day to celebrate beekeeping and encourages you to learn more about it. However, it is also a day that reminds us of the worldwide extinction of bee species. It's a holiday that encourages us to think about our impact on the environment. This week is also commemorated as National Heritage Week from August 16th to 24th in Ireland, which is held annually from the second or third weekend in August to the following weekend. This year it takes place from August 16th to 24th after 2 years of a different format. It's a part of European Heritage Days and is one of the many successful programs that are run by the Heritage Council. The aim of European Heritage Days is to raise awareness of the built natural and cultural heritage of European countries. Ireland's National Heritage Week is no exception, and the week is full of events celebrating the history and culture of Emerald Isle. Restoration Day is also commemorated today on August 16th in Dominican Republic. On August 16th every year, this event honors battle that finally led to the nation's second independence from Spain, locally called El Día de la Resurrección Dominica. This event is a public holiday in the country which sees people participate in parades, street fairs, and even military reviews. Hispaniola, the island where Dominican Republic and Haiti currently cohabit, was historically under nearly continual foreign domination. The Spanish claimed it for themselves after Christopher Columbus sighted the island in December 1992, only to fight skirmishes and claims against the French and British in the 1700s and early 1800s. Haiti declared Independence Day 1804 by 1804, also attempting to establish control over the eastern side of Hispaniola and the land that would eventually become the Dominican Republic. They undertook a 22-year military occupation of this land while also subjecting the Spanish occupied regions to countless invasions. The Dominicans only gained freedom from the Haitian rule in 1844 when rebels used the Haitians occupying their land in 1861. 17 years later, the nation was still subject to threats from Haiti, which placed the unity of Hispaniola above all else. By the time the leaders has also destroyed the Dominican Republic's economy, compelling the government to return the nation to Spain, which used the occasion to reassert its influence over Latin America. So this recolonization faced massive protests right from the start and even led to a fall rebellion. Only a few weeks into the Spanish reoccupation, a large-scale guerrilla war broke out by 1863, with most lovers and most towns and cities wholeheartedly joining the fight against the Spanish. The Spanish gave up the control of the island in 1865, returning it to the Dominicans after incurring significant human and financial expenses and the danger of American intervention in their favor. The Dominican horror uh, of this and Dominicans honored this fight to gain independence a second time with the Restoration Day celebrations that take the form of military parades, fairs, events, and a day for general public. Today is also commemorated as Parsi New Year on August 16th. In India, this is a regional holiday and commemorations which marks the beginning of a new year according to the Shahenshai calendar. This calendar system is followed by the Indian Parsi community, mostly inhabiting the states of Gujarat and Maharashtra. The Parsi families all over the region get together and visit their holy fire temples to offer prayers. The traditional Parsi cuisines such as farsha, jardalu, and berry pulao are prepared. Many Parsis start afresh on this day. They clean their houses, wash their clothes, make donations, and exchange presents. The Parsi New Year, also known as Nowruz or Nowruz, was named after Jamshid, an ancient Sasanian king. It is believed that he founded the Persian calendar on the Shahenshai calendar. According to the legend, he saved the world from the dangerous apocalypse. So the myth states that he had a gemstone embedded throne, rose to heavens, and fought the demons at that very moment. He shone as bright as sun, hence the symbolism of the Parsis New Year begin Persia. After the Muslim conquest of Persia, a re-emergence of Nowruz was seen following the renaissance of the Iranian dynasties. In 1079 AD, astronomer Omar Khayyam, along with a group of scholars, founded the Jalali calendar that commenced from the day we call Nowruz. The Parsi New Year is still recognized as one of the most important faith-based events in the world today. In 2016, Nowruz was added to UNESCO's list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Today is also commemorated from National Work from Home for Wellness Day in US. National Work from Home for Wellness Day, celebrated annually on August 16th, highlights the positive impact that working from home can have on person's physical, mental, emotional, social, and financial well-being. This day provides people with the opportunity to discover the benefits of working from home and consider whether it fits well with their own lifestyle and wellness goals. With the aim to positively transform the lives of people working with the contact center industry, this day highlights the wellness benefits that remote workers enjoy, as well as to provide a platform through which people who don't currently work at home can be informed on its benefits and evaluate if it's a lifestyle choice they should consider. National Work from Home for Wellness Day lets people know that earning an income from home is not only possible, it can provide many possible lifestyle benefits. There are physical, mental, and financial benefits to working from home for those who want to embrace a different working culture from comfort of home. Today is also commemorated as National Roller Coaster Day in US on August 16. At any amusement park, it has the highest wow factor. Take a ride on one and get a thrill imminent. If you are an adult, relieve a child's anticipation of slow rocket, rickety climb way up the lofty loop and dashing away way down to the bottom. In this age of high-tech sophistication, roller coasters can still make us giddy over a ride that was popular back in 1920s. Rediscover the latest cutting-edge coaster tech that will still give you goosebumps and you don't even have to stand in line. Today is also commemorated as National Independent Worker Day in US. It takes place on August 16 to honor freelancers, independent contractors, small business owners, and others who have decided to work independently. We live in a society where traditional full-time occupations are the norm, yet the modern workplace is evolving and there is growing chance in the nature of work. Independent workers have been denied national recognition for far too long. The contributions of America's independent workers should be recognized because they embody the ideas and values of our own country's Declaration of Independence Day by exemplifying what it means to be self-sufficient. The US recognizes and honors millions of freelancers, self-employed people, small business owners, contractors, and others. The term freelancer is widely credited to Sir Walter Scott in Ivanhoe in 1820 to describe a medieval mercenary warrior or freelance, meaning that the lance is not sworn to any lord services. It does not imply that the lance is available for free. The word first appeared in the Thomas N. Brown 1809 book, The Life and the Times of Hugh Miller. Around the 1860s, freelance became a figurative noun, and authorities in etymology, such as Oxford English Dictionary, acknowledged it as a verb in 1903. So, in the United States, the group of independent workers consists of people who belong to different age groups, possess a different range of skills, and gain different levels of income. They all have a strong desire to be self-sufficient. This is not a group to dismiss or undervalue. The independent workforce is a powerful economic group that generates trillions of dollars for the United States economy. It is a robust, growing, and evolving segment. In 2019, IPSC US, the Association of Independent Workers, established the Independent Worker Day. The IPSC is a non-profit organization based in UK. It was founded in 1999 under the name Professional Contractors Group (PCG) as a protest group against the IR35 tax statute, and later became a representative group for the freelancing in the UK. In September 2014, the PCG changed its name to IPSC and expanded its constituency to include all 4.3 million freelance and self-employed employees in the UK. Today is also commemorated as National Telejoke Day in US. A horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Why the long face?" And there you have it, the classical joke, an innocent setup that leads to a punchline, which in turn sparks big laughs and lifelong admiration from both friends and family. We hope nobody said comedy was easy. In our opinion, this day should be celebrated all year long. After all, who doesn't enjoy a good giggle? On August 16th, celebrate National Tell a Joke Day by doing just telling a joke. You might want to try out on some good friends first before making your comedy debut in a room full of strangers. Practice will help. Remember, timing is everything. A lobster walks into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve food here." Get it? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I am here all week with night. Tip to waitress, drive safely. So jokes, gags, puns, pickup lines, memes, and more are celebrated on National Telejoke Day on August 6th. Picture a life without laughter. It's hard to imagine that there may have been a time when jokes weren't invented. Jokes are believed to have been part of history. Many suggest that the joke was created by Greek hero Palmades, who outsmarted Odysseus during the Trojan War in the West. There is a little evidence to support this claim, and the exact origin of jokes is unknown. The creation of National Telejoke Day is also lost in time, so we guess the joke on us. The structure of a joke isn't set in stone. Initially, jokes were more funny stories or accounts, either written or verbal. The comical situation would usually end up with a punchline. Slapstick comedy relies more on props and movement to deliver jokes that involve small stunts. They need to be short and not dragged out, otherwise, the joke will be lost halfway through. Stand-up comedians depend on their delivery to get a good laugh out of audience. Books on jokes and gags used to be popular at one time, but these days, as memes format, is the most used in today's internet culture. Today is also commemorated as National Energy Multiplier Day in US, celebrated on August 16th every year. To celebrate the latest liquid IV multiplier energy called Energy Multiplier. The Energy Multiplier is a blend of matcha, Gueza and ginger, which was created to stay energized during the day. Almost every morning, people consume energy drinks to wake up, cheer up, and get their packets of energy. Some do not sleep, some are tired, and some just lack the mood and strength. Since the drink contains caffeine, it can provide a person with missing energy. Energy drinks are sold to young people for the health benefits of caffeine along with other ingredients. Health experts agree that energy drinks that contain caffeine improve alertness. Dietary supplements in energy drinks, for instance, vitamin B12, can be considered to have beneficial properties. The marketing of energy drinks is especially aimed at teenagers when producers sponsor or advertise extreme sporting events and music concerts as well as targeting audiences through social media channels. Energy drinks were an active part of early soft drink industry. Liquid IV is one of the newest hydration multipliers on the market. Their formula uses the advanced science of cellular transport technology, which is based on the optimal ratio of ingredients that help hydrate faster. Energy multiplier is an ideal formula that helps ensure stable energy throughout the day. It contains 100 milligrams of fast acting natural caffeine, which is approximately equivalent to 1 to 2 cups of coffee, but without energy failure. Liquid IV contains premium ingredients to keep its products clean and simple, so you get the hydration you need without ingredients you don't need. Today is also commemorated as National Backflow Prevention Day in US, which is observed on August 16th every year. The purpose of this day is to recognize and honor backflow preventers, the professionals who ensure our available water supply is free of toxins, waste, harmful chemicals, and other contaminants. This day also aims to spread awareness about the importance of backflow prevention and how the technology is used. It was first observed on August 16, 2021 to commemorate the tragic backflow incident on the same day in 1933 at the Chicago World Fair. Backflow refers to an unwanted water flow in the reverse direction. It is caused by cross connections that may allow contaminants to flow into the drinking water supply. Backflow poses serious health risks associated with the contamination of potable water. Countries around the world thus have safety standards in place to avoid backflow. Devices known as backflow preventers are used to prevent contamination. Professionals like plumbers ensure the prevention of backflow to the maximum extent possible. Today is also commemorated as National Authenticity Day in US, which is celebrated on August 16th every year. This day is of recognition of the power of authenticity, a term that goes beyond just being yourself. It is dedicated to people who decided to do things their way rather than simply check the box. They are not afraid to show off their features, their way of life, which may seem strange to some, and their unusual clothes. This day will be a day to celebrate and showcase the most unique and authentic version of yourself, as well as be bold and little cool. Well, a lot is absolutely allowed. Today is also commemorated as National Airport Day in US on August 16th, which was chosen by former President George W. Bush back in 2002 as a day to recognize the past, present, and future contributors of American airborne troops in all campaigns, theaters, and peacekeeping missions. The invasion of Normandy during the World War II might have gone the wrong way and cost thousands more lives, if not for Allied soldiers dropping from aircraft behind enemy lines. From the first American use of paratroopers on August 16, 1942 to the 101st Screaming Eagles airborne divisions are some of their best and bravest. Today is also commemorated as Bennington Battle Day on August 16th in the US. Annually, it marks 240 plus years, 245th year of battle in the state holiday in Vermont, where people honored the American victory against the British forces during American Revolutionary War, which was a pivotal moment for America's independence. The annual traditions, including the memorial services for the fallen soldiers, are held. The day is a great opportunity to learn more about the rich history of Pennington battle and why it is considered a crucial turning point in the 18th century. So finally, today we are commemorating Krishna Janmashtami, which is observed on the 8th day of Krishna Paksha in the Bhadrapada month of Shravana, and this year it falls on August 16. This day is one of the most important Hindu festivals. It celebrates Lord Krishna's birth as the eighth incarnation of Lord Vishnu, who delivered the critical message of the Bhagavad Gita, the guiding principles for all, especially Hindus. Mathura, the residence of Lord Krishna, and Vrindavan, the city where he spent most of the childhood, in particular, celebrate the festival in pomp and glory. Temples dedicated to Krishna hold rituals and prayers all over India and other countries, especially by Hindu diaspora and Indian diaspora. Lord Krishna was born at Mathura on the 8th day of the Bhadrapada month, God's fortnight. He was the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Mathura was ruled by Krishna's uncle, King Kansa, who wished to kill his sister's children, since a prophecy said that the couple eighth son would bring Kansa's demise. Kansa imprisoned Devaki and Vasudha after the prophecy and was responsible for the deaths of their first six children. During the birth of the seventh child, Balram, the embryo mystically moved from Devaki's womb to Princess Rohini's. The palace fell silent when their eighth child, Krishna, was born. Vasudeva rescued the child and took him to Nanda Baba and Yashoda's residency in Vrindavan. Vasudeva returned to the palace with the baby girl and delivered her to Kansa. After the transaction, when the evil monarch attempted to slay the baby, she transformed into goddess Durga and warned him of his doom. Krishna grew up in Vrindavan in this manner, eventually killing his uncle Kansa. Outside of India, around 80% of Nepal's population, identified as Hindu, celebrates Krishna Janmashtami. They fast till midnight of Janmashtami to commemorate the festival. The Janmashtami festival is also celebrated by Hindus and diaspora worldwide, not just in India, in Nepal and Bangladesh. For example, where Janmashtami is a national holiday in these countries. In addition, Lord Krishna has been worshipped in Mauritius since the 18th century by Jazzy Bais and a group of identifiers from many castes. And ISKCON, the international organization which is present in many countries, also grandly celebrates Janmashtami. So people perform folk dances and sing bhajans at temples. You can visit Indian temples across the world and go to Krishna temples like Dwarkadish temple or Nath Dwarka to enjoy and embrace the festival. You can join Hindus in fasting, singing, praying together on Janmashtami. Special food is cooked and enjoyed on this occasion. Imitate the Janmashtami tradition of hanging up pots of yoga to honor the Krishna legend. Make Govinda out of your friends and relatives and have them shatter the pots, filling the yoga's joyous offering. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is a well-known organization dedicated to Lord Krishna, was created in New York City, and ISKCON is responsible for more than 150 temples throughout India and abroad. In Bangladesh, Janmashtami is a national holiday. Lord Krishna is known by 108 different names and 1008 different names. According to the legend, Lord Krishna had 16,108 dedicated devotees who are females, known as Gopikas, who served him. and loved them till their death without any marriage. It is a long-standing Indian tradition. According to Hindu legend, Janmashtami is the day where Krishna is said to have been born. For hundreds of thousands of years, the people of India has observed this ritual. During this period, communities come together to fast and pray at the temple. During Janmashtami day, celebrations are held and activities for all ages are done. Janmashtami celebrations give us insight into the culture of India. It helps us understand their beliefs and facets of their religion. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you everyone for joining us in these commemorations. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form which has been raised in the form of votes. See you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining link. Take care. Good night.